Greg, what was the key to taking them out of things when they got rolling for a little bit there, and then you just kind of put the pedal down? What was the key to taking them out of what they wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, this is such a high-powered team that is, very difficult to stop, especially in this building. The key for us was to try and keep them out of transition. They really exposed us in that area the first time we played, and we wanted to get back and try to force them to score into the half court, which they did early. They got into a good rhythm, but we had a really good stretch from about the 8-minute mark all the way through about the 17-minute mark of the second half. And I think a big key, a guy that didn't play in the last, the last time we played a while ago is Trey McGowan's. I mean, you see the importance and you see what he means to our team with being able to go out and defend the best wings in this league and do it one-on-one. And Branham has been as hot as any player in this league, and I thought Trey at least really made him work for everything that he got. And then offensively, I thought we had really good efficiency, especially in the first half. Bryce continues to get better every time he steps on the floor. Alonzo Verge had a really good first half after getting a shot packed into his head the first 3 possessions, but then he had 9 assists and 1 turnover, set a record for most assists in a half. And then we went at matchups in the second half and just tried to get the proper spacing and then attack. Got a little dicey there at the end, but our guys made enough plays. We got Derek back in there to clean up the glass, and that was another key. In the first half they had 10 offensive rebounds. In the second half they had 4, and it all seemed like they were in the last 2 minutes. So we really did a good job cleaning up the glass, and those were the 2 keys for us coming into this: were transition and rebounding.
When you have a guard that can distribute the ball the way he was, I mean, I don't know how many assists he had, double figures, but what does that do for an offense, and how much was that a key for you guys tonight?
Yeah, it does everything for you, and CJ was phenomenal in that first half for us as well, getting us going. Derek had a couple nice finishes on some pocket, and then Ohio State, which they've been doing a lot of, us went to a switch, and just tried again to get the proper spacing and get the right matchup. But I thought we ran when it was there. We were very opportunistic in our running, and we didn't want to get into a up and down battle on the road. And we've been much better with our selection on when we're attacking in transition, which we had some really good ones, and then when to pull it back and execute. And again, this young fella here has just continued to improve and continue to impress, and has a really bright future ahead of him.
Bryce, every time Ohio State kind of cut it to a possession, or I guess it was 2 possessions, never 1 possession, but every time they got it within 2, you guys kind of found an answer, a couple corner threes, a couple drives. I think you got the end one. Did you feel like you were kind of, I don't know, sapping their will away, just not letting them get all the way back into the game as you guys were finding those big shots?
Yeah, we just got back to a reset when they went on the runs. Got back in our offense. We got back to believe in each other again, and just executing our plays.
Fred, how did the way that you all approached Malachi this time differ from the first time you played almost so long ago?
Well, the first time he was averaging about 6.5 points before we went into it, and we really went into that game plan with trying to do everything we could to slow down Key and Liddell, and young Kyle actually didn't play that first time around. So we were doubling the post a lot more at that time, and the other thing that he did is he really got out in transition and hurt us. He got a couple threes. We watched all those clips as a team and really made it a point to not give him those easy ones in transition and to make him work for everything that he gets. But I think Chris has done a phenomenal job over the course of the year, putting him in a position to really be successful and utilize his skill set. He's coming out of that left corner to his right hand, and when Liddell sets it, that's a really difficult play to defend. And I'll say this: I think the biggest thing is we really kept our poise tonight. You talk about when you cut it to a 1 or 2 possession or 2 possession game. We really just slowed down and didn't get sped up, and that's 2 games in a row where we've done that, and seen the good result.
On the opposite side of that, you guys did a really good job the first time against TJ. He really struggled tonight. Obviously, he did what he did, but it seemed like there were times when it was just him or nothing until Malachi kind of got going. I don't want to say you lived with what TJ did, but are you kind of fine with it when the other 4 guys aren't really get threats?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to. First of all, you're not going to take everything away. I mean, that kid's a National Player of the Year candidate for a reason. And when we got into foul trouble, it put us in a pretty difficult position. We really wanted to slow the game down when we had the fouls. We had C.J. Wilcher playing the 5 for us at the end of the first half because of Eduardo picking up 3 and Derek with 2. And so, you know, we really just tried to slow things down because, you know, Liddell was very hard to stop for us at that time just because of matchups. But yeah, I mean, that kid, when he's out there hitting threes, he does such a good job drawing contact. He's got that lower follow through, you know, that creates contact on the wrist. But, you know, he does so many things. He's such a versatile player, one of the more versatile players in this league. So, you know, he had 26, I think. Sorry, I can't see anymore. You know, but 17 shots. So, you know, again, he was good, but I thought Ladd, especially at the end of the game, did a great job staying in front, defending, and making him score through the goalposts.
Fred, how important is momentum at the end of a season in this league, especially given this year where you're making up games like this one and things like that heading into tournament play?
Yeah, I mean, it's important for a group like ours, and, you know, we've got a lot of young pieces that are going to be back, and, you know, to have some momentum, something to feel good about, I think is very important. And we've still got the Big Ten tournament sitting right there in front of us as well. Got one more regular season game. Hopefully we go and play well, and, you know, a team that's, you know, leading our league right now, Wisconsin. And then we get ready for the postseason where everybody's 0-0. So, you know, just keep battling, keep grinding, keep going in and practicing and getting better. But I like our mentality right now. These guys have been really locked in, and that's a credit to them in a very difficult season to continue to come in and work every day and continuing to want to get better. So I'm really proud of these guys for how they've continued to battle.
Any questions for Coach Bryce?
Bryce, obviously, there was so much talk about Malachi and what he did against you guys last time. The two of you have kind of taken top billing as far as freshmen in the Big Ten. Did you take a game like this as any extra motivation on your shoulders or a chance to prove yourself against him in a rematch?
I just wanted to win. You know, just having a chance to come out and compete again. You know, everybody steps on the floor to win. So thank the coach, thank the team for, you know, coming out and compete every day. So the rest will take care of itself.
Bryce, Fred mentioned how it kind of got dicey at the end when Ohio State was trying to make it the game at the end. Just from your vantage point, being on the court, what was the mentality to kind of keep Ohio State at bay a little bit?
You know, really just keeping our composure. You know, staying poised, and, you know, just believing in each other. Being able to get stops down the stretch. It really helped us, you know, gain our momentum back on the offensive end.
And then Fred, you mentioned that CJ added 15 for you, and you talked about Bryce dropping 26. Just to play complementary offense and whatnot, to see that balance a little bit. I believe he tied a season high in shot attempts for CJ. Just what does that mean to you?
It was good to see him going. It was really good to see our guys finding him in the first half. CJ's had a really good year, and, you know, he's gone out there, he's shooting the ball at a really high clip, especially, you know, this last half of the season. So, you know, we really want to find him, whether it's transition. We did a good job on a couple roll replace type actions where we read the play right and actually screened his man as we were coming out. But the biggest thing is just awareness to where he is at all times. And, you know, when CJ's got an open shot, you know, I think everybody in that locker room thinks that thing's going in.
Anything else for Coach Bryce?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.